Okay, guys, it's time for the midterm exam essay. This essay is an opinion paper. You do not need or excited citations of any sort. It is just your opinion. I cannot give you the prompts. You get them when you log on to write your essay. But what I can give you is a sample prompt from last summer. The essay should be a minimum of 600 words in MLA format. Be sure you read the prompt carefully. It is the prompt, not the prompt you wish it was, the prompt that it is. You must include a lot of details. The essay should conclude with a counter argument and a counter argument, for lack of a better definition. This is the rubric. I know you will pore over this, but you probably won't. But I'm going to put it here anyway, just so you can get an idea of how this is graded. When I grade your paper, I will go through the rubric and just click on the numbers that apply to your essay. So this is important. I didn't have room to put what you get 10 for, but a 10 is no errors. The rest of these are pretty self-explanatory. Okay, these are the instructions. Read the following prompts. I only included one here. There will be two. You can choose one of those. Do not need to write a rough draft. I tell my students always to make a list. And if an outline doesn't work for you, make a list. These are all the things I want to include in my paper. This is the prompt. Many students use ratemyprofessors.com to decide what professors to take. Ratings are based on various criteria regarding the instructor's course materials, personality, grading, and even looks. Many elements can bias these ratings, including the overall interest, like or dislike of the subject a professor teaches. Imagine professors here at Southeastern putting together a ratemystudent.com where they could choose students according to their ratings. Let's say some of the criteria are attitude, appeal, as in personality, eagerness to learn, effort, intelligence, and class attendance and participation. Obviously, as is true for ratemyprofessors.com, depending on whether or not the student is in a class he enjoys, will bias the rating either positively or negatively. So write an essay that argues why some professors would or would not want you to be a student in their class. Be sure to include criteria upon which you base your rating as a student and provide specific examples from your experiences and your courses at Southeastern to support your thesis. Okay, so in the introduction, the intro paragraph this is not a particularly long paragraph. I know I tell you guys a paragraph is 8 to 10 sentences, not in this case. These paragraphs are not long, but you need your 600 words. As you can see from the rubric, we count off if you don't have that. Do not use a 3-point thesis. We are not in the 7th grade. You can have the 3-point thesis in the back of your mind and call upon it, but do not include it in your thesis. So, for example, the thesis might be, I would be an excellent student to have in class. I have 3 reasons for that, but they are not in my thesis statement. And those 3 reasons are going to be broken into paragraphs. Do not forget to use transitions between the paragraphs. The first paragraph, I'm funny. I can keep the class entertained, and using specific examples of how you've done that or how you would do that. The second paragraph, I'm very intellectual. I bring insights to the class discussion. I don't just talk to hear the sound of my own voice. I really do have something important to say. The third paragraph, I work hard. I want to get as much as possible from this class. I'm not just phoning it in. I'm not just trying to get an A, doing the least amount of work possible. The fourth paragraph in the conclusion, and I would include both the counter argument and the counter argument. So the counter argument is, well, maybe these qualities are annoying to the teacher in the class. Maybe the rest of the class doesn't like it that you think you're so smart, or that you think you're so funny, or that you work hard and make the rest of us look bad. The counter argument would be, even if I'm annoying, I'm better than being boring. Don't forget to use a lot of details. I remind you again, this is not your prompt. This is a sample prompt that I'm using to explain how to do this. Finally, the prompts will be under the essay tab, midterm exam, and you'll submit your essay there. You have exactly 75 minutes. The access closes. After that, you won't be able to turn it in at all. This essay is worth 10% of your grade. Good luck. If you have any questions beforehand, don't text, email. You guys know how to get in touch with me. Good luck.